You know very well also that ethics has been related to science. That means to medicine, to psychology, even to sociology, to psychoanalysis, and so on. And I think that those three great references of our ethics, to religion, to law, and to science, those three references are now, can say, worn out, usé, worn out. And we know very well that first we need an ethics, and that we cannot ask neither religion nor law nor science to give us this ethics. And we have the example of a society, the Greco-Roman society, where an ethics, and a very important ethics, existed without those three references. This ethics is so important that a part of our Christian, or so-called Christian ethics, comes from there. And the problem is not at all to come back to this Greco-Roman ethics, since a part of ours comes from there. But we know that it is possible to make a research in ethics, to build up a new ethics, to give place to what I should call the ethical imagination, without any reference to religion, to law, and to science. And that's the reason why I think this analysis of the Greco-Roman ethics as an aesthetics of existence can be interesting. Firstly, a critical function. The cultivation of the self should permit one not only to acquire new knowledge, but better than that, to get rid of all bad habits, all false opinion derived from the crowd, from the bad masters, and also from relatives and entourage. To unlearn, dédisquérer, is one of the important tasks of the development of oneself, yes, of a permanent relationship to oneself, a critical relationship to oneself, and this idea that the care of the self is not only a pure contemplation, but a set of practices, or that is characteristic not only of the culture of the self in the first centuries of our era, but also of the Christian care of the self, exercising complete mastery over oneself, being fully independent. Plutarch, when he took care of himself, it was for personal reasons. That there were no, the techniques of the self were not embedded in religious or political or even educational institutions. Well, that's what I mean by autonomous. That's the second point. Those practices of the self were independent of pedagogical, religious, social institutions. It is this principle of perpetual attention to oneself throughout one's life which very clearly gains the upper hand. Musonius Rufus, for example, says, "You must take care of yourself without ceasing if you are to lead a life conducive to well-being." And Galen, "In order to become an accomplished man, each one needs, so to speak, to exert himself all his life to heal the soul from the passions, that is to say, from disordered energies, rebels to reason, but also the errors which are born of false opinions." This vigilance and the meticulousness with regard to the attention which one should pay to oneself. It often concerns the details of daily life, nuances of health and mood, the small physical malaise that one experiences, the movements of spirits, one's readings, quotation that one remembers, reflections on such and such an event, a certain way of relating to oneself and a whole field of experience. Of course, death is important for the Stoics, and you have to hurry up in your life in order to, not exactly to die, but to be ready to die. And the ideal of a Stoic is, as you know very well, to live every day of your life as if it was the last one. For our rational relationship to the world, the Greco-Roman culture of the self has been, I think, determinant for our ethical relationship to ourselves. And my dream would be, if I could find people interested in the same topics, to start an historical analysis of those techniques of the self in the Western societies from the beginning of the Greek civilization.